Yes, and welcome to Vasily's garden, folks. We're back in the veggie garden. I haven't been in here for a couple of days. I did take a wander yesterday to have a quick sneak peek at my cucumbers. And today I'm back in here again to have a look and see how the plants are faring with this cold weather. And they're not happy. I can assure you they're not happy. I finally stuck in the last chili in there and the coriander. But these capsicums, well, the chooks got in here yesterday or earlier today. They started scratching around the place. And they're not growing. They're definitely, the microclimate is gone. So I don't know where you live in Australia. I know in Queensland you're hitting 32 degrees with 70 to 80% humidity. Well, some parts that I know of, people who have been emailing me. But down here in Victoria, folks, mate, we're going into winter. We haven't even hit summer yet. Now, the hottest period in summer for us is February. That's when the kids go back to school, and, you know, that's a tough time for them, you know. Getting back to school, and it's the hottest time of the year where you want to actually be out at the beach or in the garden playing. But for us to wait to get to February for these plants to grow, we're going to be way too late. So I'm going to build myself a hothouse. I should have built one a long time ago, and a big one, in fact. Actually, what do you reckon? We put the whole place under cover, hey? I reckon it'd be grouse. Imagine that. I'm just imagining it. I'm going to need a few bottles of wine to get onto that. But anyway, back to the reality of things. This garden bed here. So what we're going to do, oh God, all right, the dogs are at it again. Puppies, hey puppies, this is not your moment. Hey, Vader, Vader, sit, sit. Good boy, Cara, sit, sit. See how she doesn't listen? Good girl, stay, 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 stay. They heard something, stay. Cara, oh yeah. See, he's a good boy, he listens. Stay, down. See, look at that. He's trained. Cara, sit. Cara, sit. Oh, she struggles with it, really does. Stay. Sit. No. Sit. I'm not getting anywhere. Who's the alpha here, eh? Who's the alpha here? She wanna be. Go over there. Go this way. Go. Go. You two, go away. All right, so this is what happens here. All right, so this is going to be a hothouse. This whole garden bed here, it's about 1300 wide. I think we've got about 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 metres in length. So 1300 by 12 metres in length. This is our wildlife bird netting. Now, I was thinking about doing it with the poly pipe, but no, I'm going to do it better than that. I've got the timber frame up in there in the middle. So I'm going to take all this off, and what we're going to do, I'm not going to build it on screen or anything like that. I'm going to do it off camera and show you the finished results. But let me explain it to you. This is my theory. Upright, upright, upright. And we repeat that. So one at the top and end in between the main poles, and one in the middle. And it's going to go straight up to the top. Then we're going to go across and frame it up. So it's basically like a horseshoe, but square top, flat top. Maybe a little bit on an angle so we don't get the plastic holding water, so we might pitch it on one side, and then we're going to put our cross members across there and then one across here. Because the biggest problem I've got here is, how the hell do I get in there? I don't want to walk in there. I actually want to be able to open up the side. And rather than just having one door in the middle or just to the side here, I won't be able to access that area there. So what we're doing, or what I'm doing, because no one else is going to do it, is put a nice horizontal beam across here. That'll be the frame to the opening. So below that we'll have 2 panels that swing up, and we have a couple of legs that prop down and hold the panels up. So one there and one over here. So if it gets too hot, I can open up both sides and create a draft, or maybe at the top end and then one at the bottom end. So plastic all the way over the top. Oh, I'm excited about it. I really am, because Lethbridge sucks for weather. It really does. Look, I love the area. I really do love the area. I'm out in the remote region, away from all madness, but I'm really challenged by the winds. And I don't regret coming out here, but look at these chilies, or capsicums. Have a look at them. We're getting some leaves coming up, but they should have been at least double, triple the size now. They've been in there long enough. They're getting weather beaten. These are the old leaves. That's how they came here, but the new leaves just aren't growing. And you can say that the soil's dry on top. It's not. It's moist underneath. Look at that. It's really moist. The nutrients are there. It's warm. Actually, I can feel the warmth, but above ground, they're challenged. Cucumber's not happy, so that's going to happen. let's have a quick look around and see how the rest of the garden's going. These are holding on pretty well. These are my tomatoes. We've got 3 plants in here. We've got a celery there, 1 celery there, cos lettuce and another 2 cos lettuce, and carrots in the middle. Now these carrots are baby carrots. They're not ready. They're way too early to harvest. They are forming beautifully. They're in our planting mix. Have a look at this. The bottom of this raised bed, I filled it 3/4 up like that with straw, our bean straw. That's what I used in this one here. Now where my hand is here is above the height of the soil inside there. So this soil was topped up almost to the top here. So we had it this high. We have dropped from my fingertip to my hand. That's how much, 200 mil. That's the drop it's had. Look at that. It's actually compacted all the way down. But the plants are happy, so they're setting root. The soil's going into the bean straw, and that's just full of, you know, microbes. It's breaking down. It's lots of good bacteria in there because it's got the carbon in it. And these tomatoes are thriving. Look at this. Even though, look, we're losing a couple of flowers because of the cold weather. Right on those elbow joints, or those little nods there. Bang, they're gone. This one's a lot stronger. We haven't set any fruit here, have we? Not one fruit yet. Not one. Bugger me. Cold weather. How about that one over there? This is George's big malacca. Sorry, it's not a big malacca. That's George's big tomato, or George's big tomato. That's how he calls it. We got any septoria leaf spot? Oh no, I can't prune. Do not prune when it's cold weather. When it's really cold, don't prune. Wait for the warm weather to come in. If you've got warm weather, you're lucky, you can prune. I can't prune yet because all I'm going to do is cause disease to happen on the plant, so just got to wait for that there. We've got 1 shoot, 2 shoots taken off. This 3rd one down here, there's a little one there, but this 3rd one here that I'm waiting for to grow is taking forever to go onto this string line. So hopefully that takes off sometime soon. And more importantly, hopefully I can harvest a tomato before Christmas. You reckon? Not going to happen, is it? Bugger. This is our big malacca territory. Come in. Come and say hello. Quick, I've got to close the door. It's too windy. Don't laugh. He's laughing. The wildlife bird netting does, look, see how it's blowing like that, like a sail? It's cutting the wind down. It does actually cut down the wind a little bit. So it has some good effect for the tomatoes. I'm gonna spit on these, and it's not to be rude about it, folks. It's a Greek myth that we have. Don't curse them. So these are our big malaccas. This one's a little bit funny at the moment. It's gone a little bit yellow. Have a look at it. Slightly different in colour here. Anyway, that's ready for some soil. We've got to top all these up. But they are super, super strong and healthy. Yet no tomatoes on these ones. Why? Let's find a tomato somewhere here, mate. Come on. 1. Flowers everywhere. Dozens of flowers everywhere. No tomatoes. I'm going to go mad. Whoa, look at this. We got one. We got one. Now this isn't my tomato. This isn't a big malacca. This is George's big tomato. These were on their way out. I brought them in here, salvaged them, and they've come good. There's 1 tomato. We might harvest that. Look at that, we've lost the flowers here. Lost these ones. The cold weather. Nothing you can do. All right, folks. I can sit here and sook about it on camera. I'm not going to do that. I want my poor cucumbers. They're not happy. Maybe I've got to build a hothouse here too, I think. Oh. You reckon I'm in the wrong location? Just a little bit? I haven't even shaved because it's so cold. He's telling me to wind up. I can't wind up because I'm frustrated. Who else is frustrated out there? Send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. And if you are succeeding, on a positive note, if you are succeeding with your garden, I'd love to see some of the photos. And I'm sure there are plenty out there. In fact, we're going tomorrow to visit someone. And next week, we're also going to go and visit another family with their garden. And apparently, they've got some wonderful crop growing on there. So their tomatoes are up there. They've got a mini hothouse, I believe, and lots of produce for us to enjoy and talk about. So stay tuned for those because we're out back on the road, sharing a few wonderful garden stories with folks around around Victoria at the moment, and who knows, we might be able to travel interstate later on. But in the meantime, go to our website for all the gardening products you need, and our Black Grid 18 kilo, I've got to keep saying this because there's only a few days to go. By the midnight 24th of December, it won't be available online for shipping. So you won't be able to purchase it if you wanted to get it shipped into interstate. So for those in the state, folks who are using Black Grid and loving it, take advantage before it goes offline. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen from there on. Vasili'sGarden.com, it's still on special, everything you need at discounted prices. From me, Vasili, Maresi.